Oh, yeah. Well, what I wanted to do is to bring back up for our memory that 3 a.m. issue that we had of me awakening you to tell you, I think God's calling us to go back to Mount Pleasant and to begin putting together a new church there. And what was your response to that?
Well, I was not surprised, and I definitely wanted to talk about it, just not at 3 a.m.,
Okay.
a little later in the morning.
Tell me why you were surprised. You weren't surprised.
It sounded like you.
Mm-hmm.
I had anticipated this as you participated as support person at James City. You loved reading, you loved writing
Mm-hmm.
your messages and speaking and being a pastor of people, and I was like, I think I have an idea what might be next.
Yeah, indeed. And what we did was we said, okay, we're going to take 3 days. I don't know why 3, but 3 was there, and I was like, let's just pray, not with one another about it, but by ourselves in regards to that. And that we would, once again, as we went to bed, we would start talking about, what we're finding from God in that prayer, in those prayers that we were sharing with one another.
And we had a lot of the same feelings of sadness to leave new friends, good friends that we had made there.
Absolutely.
But excited to go back home to old friends and family down here.
Yeah.
And just excitement in general, but some scary thoughts too.
Yeah.
Like the next dream that you had.
Well.
Not really a dream, God talking to you.
Yeah. Indeed. But I want to jump back to what you were saying about leaving the people that we had come to love so much at JC3, and Sam and Myra bringing us up there, and them knowing what they wanted to do. And in fact, when I told Sam that we would be leaving to go plant, he said, it was those 2 books I gave you, wasn't it?
Or Sam.
And I said, and I said, yeah, indeed it was. But back to that. A couple of about 2 nights later was when I had awakened. I was awakened by God Himself, and then saying, "Hey, Mike, I know you guys are moving forward with this, and I just got a question for you. And that question is, would you go to Mount Pleasant and plant Life Community Church if you knew it would fail?" And at that point, I was like, who asked that? And, and God's like,
exactly what we wanted to hear.
No, we absolutely not. But, so I asked you, how do you feel about that? And then again, we put it to prayer for 3 days this time. So let's back off and see what happens in my heart and in your heart, and we would take that back to God in 3 days.
Knowing that callings change and they're for a time.
Yeah.
And what if it was just for a time?
Yeah. And one of the things that we came up with together was the idea of what God, I think, was doing was saying, you two have to count the cost of this. It's going to be different, and it's going to be at times very difficult for y'all. And so I think that's what he was looking for. I think he was wanting to see, he wanted to hear us say, no, we trust you with us in Life Community Church.
Definitely.
Yeah. So. I got nothing else to say to you.